Good day to all of you. While we ponder the dawn of World Diabetes Day 2020, the year in retrospect has been one which is challenging for both the healthcare giver and the patient. Over the past year, as a result of the pandemic, many of us have had setbacks of different sorts. These may include some which are financial for ourselves, educational for our children, or the virus having impacted our lives directly or indirectly when it comes to health for our family members. Owing to the restrictions that have been imposed, physical recreational activity may have been impaired in more ways than one. These have increased the multiple afflictions and complications that are related to diabetes. Being homebound for lengthy periods of time, awkward eating habits may have been imbibed, leading to an element of weight gain and worsening the control of glucose. Moreover, our children, having not gone to school, would have been prey to online activities which could have a long-term negative impact on their body habitus. Let us take important lessons from the past and see how they can help us. Let us remind ourselves that our father of the nation, Gandhiji, walked around 18 kilometers every day for nearly 40 years. During his political campaigns from 1913 to 1948, he walked a total of 79,000 kilometers, an equivalent to walking around the earth twice. I would like to go beyond the initiation of my message, which seemed grey and dreary to start with, and add an element of hope for all who are listening. Martin Luther King, the great black American activist and Nobel Prize winner, proverbially said, "But I know somehow that only when it is dark enough can you see the stars." Indeed, amidst the dark night of the pandemic, on this World Diabetes Day of November 14th, 2020, amid the pain and suffering that our patients have had from diabetes, let us amalgamate the most potent medication into our therapeutic repertoire: the feeling of hope. With hope, let us teach ourselves as a community to live together in encouraging physical activity as individuals and as groups. Let it be known that the great outdoors, in an ambience of broad and clean fresh air, for those who do have the privilege in our country, particularly in rural areas, that the risk of acquiring a viral infection is indeed much less. Granted that the routine precautions in terms of masks, hand sanitization and social distancing to prevent clustering of people are appropriately followed. For those who can hold on to this opportunity, most certainly exercise and physical activity is a reality and can help in curbing weight gain, reducing glucose and lipid levels, and improving cardiorespiratory fitness, thereby indirectly improving our immunity against a number of infections. Let us also look with hope towards restructuring our daily routine as we get back to work. Herein lies the hidden opportunity to become more productive by altering the previously negative pattern of diet and physical activity and reincorporating it into a novel health-conscious daily routine. Let us also find the time to think and meditate on our next action and thereby reduce the stress in our minds that is a harbinger of worsening the many disease patterns that we are aware of. It may seem mundane to even mention this, but it is so critical for us to consider our well-being and the well-being of our families as we move into the autumn of our lives. Let me conclude with the words of Lord Alfred Tennyson: "Smiles from the threshold of the year to come, whispering, it will be happier." And Thomas Jefferson: "Nothing can stop the man or woman with the right mental attitude from achieving his goal." So let me wish you all a rejuvenating time in the coming year that follows this World Diabetes Day of 2020, and in addition, look with incandescent hope towards a healthier and happier 2021. Thank you and wish you a good day and a good year ahead.